All right, everybody, welcome back. You're ready to dive deep. Today we're talking about something pretty awesome. It's all about the quiet giants.
Silent assassins.
Yeah, the ones who get things done.
They know the real power.
Right.
It's not about being the loudest.
It's about action, focused action.
Precisely. It's about really honing in on those opportunities and taking the leap.
It's like, have you ever seen a gardener,
Shouting at their plants to grow faster.
Of course not.
It's time.
It takes the right
It's
conditions
consistent effort.
and definitely a lot less noise.
That's it. Think about it. In a world that's constantly buzzing,
Everyone's trying to be heard.
silence can seem like,
Well, a weakness, almost.
right, but what if I told you
What if it's the secret weapon?
the real key to success?
So I keep thinking about this idea of Tom and Mike
These guys.
with big dreams.
huge dreams.
But Tom was all talk.
All talk, no action.
He loved to brag about his, future success.
Always talking about it.
But he never actually put in the work.
Never got his hands dirty.
Mike, on the other hand,
My
quiet guy,
head down focus.
just consistently taking action.
working towards his goals step by step.
So guess who ended up achieving their dreams?
Mike, of course, because he understood something crucial.
Action, right.
Action is the bridge.
Between those dreams,
In reality,
Tom, he got so caught up
Dunstan the noise,
of his own ambitions.
he never crossed that bridge.
He was building a loudspeaker for his success.
But he forgot the foundation.
I think there's another piece here, too.
Yeah.
Fear.
Fear. That voice inside
It whispers to us
tells us we're not good enough, we'll fail.
that we're better off.
Playing it safe.
But you know what?
Fear is a liar a lot of the time.
It pretends to be.
Rach.
Tries to tell us caution is wisdom.
But sometimes the most cautious thing
Is to take that leap
silence the fear.
and act anyway.
It's true. I'm thinking about Sarah.
Oh, yeah. Sarah,
Single mom, 3 kids,
she dreamed of opening a bakery
working 2 jobs.
to make ends meet.
Every reason to play it safe, right?
But Sarah knew, deep down,
If she didn't chase that dream,
she was already losing
losing the chance to show her kids,
that anything is possible
live a life.
aligned with her passion.
So she took the leap.
That's true courage, isn't it?
It's not the absence of fear.
It's acting despite it.
Sarah realized that by quieting that fear,
She could create a better future.
herself and her kids
She embraced the unknown.
stepped right into it.
It's like Thomas Edison.
Oh, yeah.
Over 1,000 attempts.
Can you imagine the doubt?
People must have been telling him to give up.
But he, like Sarah,
Understood that failure.
isn't the opposite of success.
It's a stepping stone.
Every setback, a lesson learned.
They succeeded because they were willing to act,
While others were frozen.
paralyzed by fear.
Your silence wasn't passive, was it?
No, it was gathering energy.
It was the calm before.
A storm of action.
So how do we tap into that?
How do we break free from being prisoners of fear?
To becoming
Agents of change.
fearless ones?
It's one thing to talk about it,
Right.
but how do we actually make it happen?
You have to decide.
Decide to.
Stop with the excuses.
Stop waiting.
Stop asking for permission
Realize you're the author.
of your own life.
You hold the pen.
That's powerful.
It's about taking ownership, isn't it?
It is. Your life is your responsibility,
Not your parents.
not your boss's.
It's yours.
And with that ownership,
comes incredible power
the power to shape your destiny,
to create,
the future you want,
to become.
the person you're meant to be.
Wow, that's powerful.
It is.
But let's get practical.
All right, let's do it.
How do we bring this silence and fearless action?
Into our everyday lives.
It can't all be these grand gestures.
It can start small.
Small.
Create pockets of silence.
In a world that's constantly
bombarding us
with distractions.
It's crucial.
Like just 5 minutes.
the meditation in the morning.
So we're not talking about,
Running off to a monastery.
it's finding those moments.
of stillness in the chaos.
Okay, that makes sense.
And for the action part,
Right. How do we quiet that fear?
start small with the action too.
Small how?
What's one tiny step you could take today?
That scares me a little.
Just a little. Could be speaking up at work,
Reaching out to someone.
saying no to something,
It's like
building a muscle of
one-
courage.
one rep at a time.
And with each step,
Fear loses its grip.
we become more
Just to
confident.
face bigger challenges.
This is incredible. There's so much more to talk about.
We're just getting started.
We'll be right back to dive even deeper into the power of silence and fearless action. All right, we're back and ready to keep this energy going, We're talking about silence. We're talking about fearless action.
We've been giving the tools.
The building blocks.
Exactly. But remember those small steps.
Yeah, starting small.
Well, here's a way to supercharge those actions.
Okay, I'm listening. Surround yourself with other people who get it.
People who walk the walk.
Yes. The silent doers, the ones who are out there making things happen.
Their energy is contagious.
Absolutely. It's like that saying, right? You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
So true. If you're hanging out with naysayers,
People who doubt everything.
it can be tough to break free.
But surround yourself with doers,
People chasing their dreams.
it becomes contagious.
So find your tribe, right?
Find your people.
Embrace that energy.
And remember, it's not about being perfect,
No, it's about progress
learning from setbacks
and using them as fuel.
to keep moving forward.
Which brings us to redefining failure, right?
Exactly. Don't see it as the end.
It's just feedback.
A necessary part of the journey.
Every successful person I can think of,
They've all faced setbacks.
countless setbacks,
But they didn't let those failures define them
they used them.
as opportunities to learn and grow.
It's like fall down 7 times, stand up 8.
That's it. It's not about avoiding failure.
It's about resilience.
The ability to bounce back.
I think gratitude plays a big role here too, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Gratitude is like a superpower.
It really is.
When we appreciate what we have,
We realize we have so much to gain.
even if we stumble, we have those blessings.
It changes our perspective
From scarcity.
to abundance.
Well, exactly.
So gratitude isn't just about feeling good.
It fuels our courage.
It reminds us.
What we have to lose if we give in to fear.
And when we combine gratitude with a focus on growth.
That's where the magic happens.
Wait, hold on. Focus on growth, not goals.
Goals are important,
Of course, yeah.
but when we're too fixated on specific outcomes,
We can get paralyzed.
why the fear of not reaching them?
So instead of focusing on the goal,
Focus on getting a little bit better each day.
expanding our capabilities,
Growing,
it's about the progress.
not perfection.
So it's like, it's not just about reaching the destination
It's about enjoying the journey.
and who we become along the way.
Precisely. When you embrace that growth mindset,
Every action becomes an opportunity,
every setback becomes a lesson.
and suddenly we find ourselves taking bigger steps
Pushing ourselves further.
than we ever thought possible. Okay, I'm really starting to see the big picture here.
It all connects.
It's not just about silencing our fears and taking action.
It's about cultivating the right mindset.
A mindset of growth, gratitude, and resilience.
That's the foundation.
But how do we actually integrate this into our daily lives
It's easy to forget
when we get caught up?
in the whirlwind of everyday life.
So how do we stay focused?
That's where mindfulness comes in.
Mindfulness, okay.
It goes hand in hand with silence.
What is mindfulness exactly?
It's about being fully present in this moment,
right now,
aware of your thoughts and feelings.
without judgment.
Yeah,
So it's like taking that inner stillness
that we cultivated.
and applying it to our everyday experiences.
Exactly. And when you're mindful,
You're able to recognize fear,
when it pops up,
see it for what it is,
often an illusion,
a barrier we've built in our own minds,
observe it, acknowledge it.
and then choose to act anyway.
Powerful, right?
It is, because fear often disguises itself,
As logic, practicality.
trying to keep us safe
But mindfulness helps us see through that,
and make a conscious choice.
to step outside our comfort zone.
The stepping outside our comfort zone?
It's not always going to feel good.
Growth rarely does it?
It's like those sore muscles.
After a great workout.
It's a sign you're pushing your limits.
Yeah, so embrace that discomfort.
It means you're evolving.
Becoming more than you were before.
And as you step into those uncomfortable situations,
Remember the most important thing.
what's that?
Self-trust.
Ah, yes. Self-trust. The foundation.
Because taking fearless action,
It's like building a house on sand.
it's just not going to hold up.
We need to believe in ourselves
Believe in our ability.
to handle whatever comes our way.
Exactly. But how do we build that self-trust?
It's not something you can just, buy at the store.
Exactly.
You build it through action.
Okay, so how?
Every time you keep a promise to yourself,
Every time you do what you said you were going to do,
every time you face your fears and come out stronger
it's like making deposits.
into your self-trust account,
The more we exercise it,
the stronger it gets.
and as we trust ourselves more,
We're more likely to take those courageous actions.
that lead to growth and fulfillment.
That's the cycle.
But amidst all this talk of action and growth,
It's important to remember.
why we're doing this,
Exactly. Remember your why.
our purpose,
your deepest values.
the impact we want to make.
Let that be your guiding star.
It's about living fully, authentically,
Courageously.
becoming the best version of ourselves.
Making the most of this precious life.
It's a journey, not a destination, right?
Absolutely. There will be ups and downs.
Moments of triumph,
And moments of doubt.
days when you feel like you're crushing it,
The embodiment of quiet strength and fearless action.
and other days
When fear gets the better of you.
when you talk more than you do.
That's okay.
It's all part of the process.
It's about progress.
Not perfection,
Showing up consistently.
choosing courage over comfort.
Learning and growing along the way.
Every great achievement
Every innovation, every act of courage.
that shaped the world.
It started with a moment of silence.
A moment when someone stopped talking about it.
And just did it.
Acted as if they had nothing to lose.
And that power.
It's within you right now.
You have the power to be silent.
The power to act fearlessly.
The power to create the life you want.
I challenge you to embrace this power.
Step into the silence.
Listen to that voice inside.
The one that knows what you're truly capable of.
And then act.
Act as if you have nothing to lose.
Because the only thing you truly have to lose.
Is the chance to become who you're meant to be.
And on that note, we'll be right back to wrap up this conversation. All right, we're back. Ready to wrap up this incredible conversation about silence and fearless action. You know, it's like we've been handing you the keys.
To a high-performance engine.
Exactly.
Now it's time to put it in gear.
And hit the gas. Love that analogy.
It's about taking these concepts.
And making real change in your life.
It's about aligning your life.
With your truest self.
Stepping into your power.
Creating a ripple effect.
Of positive change in the world.
Because when you change, the world around you changes.
Be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
But I know, sometimes
It can be hard to even know.
where to begin.
Life can feel...
Overwhelming.
It really can.
And that's where
That inner silence comes in.
Exactly. It's in those moments of quiet.
Where we connect with our values,
Our passion.
the things that light us up.
And once you have that clarity,
Taking action becomes easier.
even if it's scary,
Because when we have a strong sense of purpose,
fear loses its power.
and that purpose doesn't have to be this grand,
World-changing mission.
it could be simple.
Like being a more present parent.
Or pursuing a creative passion.
Something that you've always wanted to do.
What matters is that it resonates with you.
Something that makes you feel alive.
And when you're aligned with that purpose,
Courage to act will follow.
so if you're feeling stuck,
If fear is holding you back,
ask yourself this.
what would you do?
If you
You
knew,
couldn't fail.
what dreams would you chase?
What risks would you take?
What conversations would you have?
Because here's the truth.
Okay.
You already have everything you need.
To succeed.
You have the talent, the drive,
The creativity.
and all there.
Waiting to be unleashed.
You just have to silence the doubts.
Embrace the discomfort
Take those bold steps.
that will lead you to an extraordinary life.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive.
I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
Be the silent storm
Be the force of nature.
that changes the landscape.
Embrace the power of silence.
Listen to your soul.
And act with courage.
Act as if you have nothing to lose.
Because you have everything to gain.
A life of purpose.
A life of joy.
A life that leaves a mark on the world.
That's the power of silence and fearless action.
That's the power within you.
And that's a wrap.
On today's deep dive,
We hope this sparked something in you
ignited a fire
to go out there.
and create the life you were meant to live.
Remember, the world's waiting.
For your unique contribution.
Don't let fear hold you back.
Go make some magic.
And if you want to dive deeper,
To other topics
let us know.
in the comments.
We're always listening.
And eager to explore new ideas.
Until next time,
Stay curious
stay fearless.
and keep diving deep.